Welcome to Ease English Podcast.
Okay, Jimmy, I need you to help me understand something. Something that has caused me genuine anxiety for years.
That's quite an intro. Go on.
Why? Why does ordering coffee feel like defending a PhD thesis? You walk up, the barista looks at you like a surgeon waiting to operate, and suddenly every English word you've ever known just leaves your body.
The menu's staring at you. The line behind you is growing.
And you just point at something random and say, that one, the medium brown one.
The medium brown one.
The medium brown one, Jimmy. That was me, last Tuesday, a grown adult pointing at coffee like a toddler at a zoo.
You know what? That moment, that exact panic is something millions of English learners feel every single day. And today, we're gonna fix it. For good.
And before we jump in, if you're new here, here's the beautiful thing about this podcast. We don't teach English at you. We live it with you. Real conversations, real situations, real words that actually come out of real human mouths. That's how language actually sticks, not from a textbook, but from a moment you recognize, like ordering coffee badly. Okay, let's go.
So Anna, let's set the scene. Why coffee specifically?
Right, okay, because a coffee shop is honestly one of the most loaded English environments you'll ever walk into. You've got texture words, temperature words, size words, taste words, all compressed into one 30-second conversation with a stranger who has a Sharpie and zero patience.
And the vocabulary there is descriptive adjective vocabulary, which is some of the richest, most expressive English that exists.
Explain that for us, Jimmy.
So descriptive adjectives, they're the words that paint a picture, not just coffee, but what kind of coffee. Smooth, bold, velvety, robust, bitter, delicate. These words don't just describe taste, they communicate personality. When you use them confidently, you don't just sound fluent, you sound like someone who knows what they want.
Ooh, and there's something powerful about that, right? Knowing what you want and being able to say it.
Exactly. Language gives you agency, and in a coffee shop, that agency costs about $4.50.
Best English lesson price ever. Okay, so Jimmy, walk me through it. If I'm standing at a counter, what are the categories of words I actually need?
Let's break it into 4 flavor families, and Anna, jump in with examples as we go. First family, strength and intensity. These describe how strong or bold the coffee is. Words like bold, strong, rich, robust, full-bodied, intense. And on the other end, mild, light, smooth, gentle, subtle.
So instead of saying, I want not too strong, you could say, could I get something smooth and mild, not too bold?
Instantly clear. The barista knows you. They'll probably suggest a medium roast or a latte.
See, that's the magic. One adjective swap and you go from confused tourist to coffee connoisseur.
Second family, texture and mouthfeel. Now this one surprises people. Coffee has texture. Words like velvety, creamy, silky, thick, airy, frothy, watery, heavy.
Okay, I love this because I genuinely feel these things when I drink coffee, and I never had the words for them. Like that feeling when you get a really good flat white, and it just coats your mouth in the best way.
Velvety, silky.
Velvety, that's the word. I've been saying soft in the mouth like a confused poet for 3 years.
Third family, taste notes. This is where it gets expressive. Words like bitter, sweet, nutty, chocolatey, fruity, earthy, tangy, caramel-like, bright, acidic, complex.
And here's what's cool. You don't need to be a coffee expert to use these. You just need to know what you like. So you could say, I prefer something chocolatey and not too bitter, and the barista does the rest.
You've just handed them a map.
A delicious map.
And the fourth family, temperature and preparation. Hot, warm, iced, chilled, lukewarm, extra hot, room temperature, plus preparation words, strong shot, double shot, half calf, no foam, extra foam, lightly sweetened.
Okay, this is where people freeze the most, I think, because it sounds technical. But Jimmy, these are just adjectives describing state, right? Like the coffee's state of being.
Perfectly put. Temperature and preparation adjectives just describe the condition you want the drink in. Nothing mysterious about it.
Okay, so can we do a live order, like right now? Can I try ordering a coffee using everything we just talked about?
I'll be the barista. Deepen voice slightly, deadpan. Welcome. What can I get you?
Hi, could I get a medium-sized latte, oat milk if you have it? I'd love something really creamy and smooth, not too bold, maybe a bit on the sweeter side. And could you make it extra hot, please?
Barista voice drops, genuinely impressed. That's a perfect order.
I know. Do you see what just happened? The adjectives did all the work. Creamy, smooth, not too bold, sweeter, extra hot. 5 adjectives. 1 perfect coffee, 1 confident human.
And notice, she didn't use a single technical espresso term. No ristretto, no cortado, just clean, clear, descriptive English.
Which is the whole point, isn't it? You don't need to sound like a barista manual. You need to sound like yourself, just in English.
That's when language becomes real, when it carries your personality, not just information.
Can I tell a quick story?
Always.
So I have a friend. She moved from Seoul to London about 2 years ago. Smart, funny, absolutely wonderful person. But she told me that for the first 6 months, every single morning, she ordered the exact same coffee. Not because she loved it, because it was the only order she'd memorized in English, a flat white, every day, for 6 months.
Wow.
And she said the day she finally walked in and described what she actually wanted, something iced, light, a little fruity, not too sweet, and the barista made it and it was perfect, she said she felt, and I'm quoting her, like I owned a piece of the city.
Quietly. That's it. That's the whole thing right there.
It wasn't about coffee. It was about being seen in a language that wasn't hers yet, and the tool that unlocked it, just a handful of adjectives.
Language isn't just communication, it's belonging. And sometimes belonging starts with a coffee order.
So before we go, let's leave you with the pocket guide, your 5 confidence adjectives for your next coffee order.
Pick 1 from each family and you're set.
Smooth or bold for strength, creamy or light for texture, sweet, bitter, or nutty for taste, hot or iced for temperature, and one bonus word that works everywhere is
Rich.
rich. Could I get something rich and smooth? Works at a $3 diner, works at a $9 specialty cafe, works everywhere.
And here's your real-life challenge for this week. Walk into any coffee shop or even practice out loud at home in front of a mirror and build 1 sentence using at least 3 descriptive adjectives. Don't worry about being perfect. Worry about being specific.
Specific beats perfect every time.
In coffee and in English.
And if it goes wrong, you still get coffee, so really, there's no losing here. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. Until next time, speak warmly, order boldly,
And maybe tip your barista.
always tip your barista. See you next time.